Mellow greetings. It's your boy Darko back for another show from the Beatbox BBE TV. Today, we have a very special guest. He's a realtor, a writer, a publisher, an artist, a performer. His music is currently being streamed in over 90 countries. Can you say that?
Yes, I can, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for having me, man. I go by the name Sycosis. I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
Shout out to B-Box Entertainment. This would be a dope day, man. Dope interview, man. How you feeling?
Man, I can't complain. I'm happy to be here with you, man. We were off camera just having this dope conversation.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I wanted to get back into it.
Sure.
Because Ron sent me this quote you had. You said, treat your music like your company. Make good investments, open accounts, take loans, and pay taxes with it.
Yeah, man. Well, let me back. What, did you have a question following up with the
Go
quote?
ahead. Go ahead. Explain that.
Oh, okay. So, and we were talking about, before we even started the interview, we were just talking about music and for recording artists, producers, sound engineers. Very often, if you're an independent artist or anybody on that spectrum we just named, there's very little education about like the financial part. Like, how do you actually make money in this business? When we were all kids, right, the motto was do everything you can do, perform at every talent show, sell CDs out your trunk, sell your T-shirts, show up like soldiers at war, 1,000 deep, and then hope that a record label signs you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then be broke for the rest of your life still, right? But you be famous, but you still gonna be broke. And I think now it's coming to light a little more about like the benefits of being independent and how people can make, real revenue. I think people's success is what the definition of that is has changed a little bit. As you got people like LaRussell, for example, showing that he can go on tour, perform, drop new albums like every other week, and sustain itself, making, likely, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars doing it without a major label. So when I was saying that quote was just really about the idea that when you are an artist, you are an entrepreneur. You're not just an artist from the standpoint of like a creator. You're an entrepreneur. You are the business.
Yeah.
You have to think of it that way. You're the CEO, the client, and the president. You know what I'm saying? Of your own shit. So if you treat it that way as a business, then you'll make decisions differently. Because even if you never ran a business, you understand basics, right? Like if I spend $3, I should make back $4, right? And if I didn't make back $4, my business ain't doing well. Like if you was one of the shorties selling candy at school, right? Like I bought this candy and I'm gonna resell it. You understand that concept. With music though, we don't really think of it that way. In business, they would call that a return on investment, right? We're like, what's your finances? What's your net operating income? What did you walk away with? And when you file taxes, what was your gains and what was your expenses and how can you move forward? We're sitting here in the recording studio now, microphones, equipment, camera. These are all business expenses that every artist I know should be expensing. And then when you get your revenue, whether it's streams, merch, performances, that's your income. And you should treat your artistry like a business and focus it around that return on investment. Like, where's the money coming back so I could at least break even? Because if I ain't breaking even, I'm spending my own money and then, I'm going negative.
Right.
That's kind of the thought with that.
And see, it's funny because what he said off camera was, you can go search how much an NBA player makes. Like, I'm a big wrestling fan. I know what every wrestler makes per year.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can see their contracts.
You can see their contracts, who got the jet for 2 or 3 times a year, all of that. Music, there's nowhere to go. That was a good question because as an artist myself, I'll need to know more. I want to learn more.
Yeah.
But there's nowhere directly that you can go to learn how to invest properly or how to grow your money. Even if you made $15, how can you turn that 15 to 100, 100 to 1,000, and beyond? Right. I know in realty with marketing, you were talking marketing. How how does that benefit you in music? I know it has some benefits.
Yeah.
Crossing over.
So for the last earlier this year, I dropped an album called Pre-Approved. I released it on July 7th. And Pre-Approved is a double entendre, right? It's because on the real estate side, before we can do anything, if you want to buy something, you got to get pre-approved. On the music side, you know, I'm not a new artist. I've been recording for a long time. Yeah. At this point, I might be a big homie. I'm not sure. I don't know if I got to check the credentials to see if I passed and graduated to big homie status. But I've been doing music. I've been in circles, and if you know people in those circles, then I should be pre-approved with them. Yeah. Right? You should have heard my name by now and know that I do this for real. So the way that it's helped me mostly is with what I was just saying about like treating it like a business. You make decisions differently because you investment, and all investments aren't financial. Like I drove an hour to get here tonight. It's Sunday night. That's not a per se a financial investment, but that's investment of the time because then this content can be used again for marketing, right? And so it's real in realty. Most of it is about marketing yourself and your business and what service you offer. Stand top of mind so people remember to work with you when they want to buy or sell a house. And I think as artists, you got to do the same thing. Like we forget, you know, people drop the album and we forget it immediately. You know, I'm like, a couple albums just dropped last week. Like I listened to the Jeezy album that just came out. It's 28 something songs. I might remember the name of one or two of the songs off the top of my head. But if he doesn't do things to stay top of mind, I'm gonna forget the album exists. And I'm going to move on in my regular day and my regular thing. So people have to keep doing stuff, you know what I mean, to stay top of mind. And I think that's one aspect. And the other aspect, I think, is when it comes to the financials, I'm looking at documents differently. You know, when I started off as an artist, people love to pay you in exposure. You know, like, ain't no money in this, fam, but we gonna pay you. You get exposure. You know, you get to be out there. We gonna put you in front of the camera, put you in front of stage. You gonna come out of pocket. We actually not giving you nothing, but you gonna get exposure. Now I realize that's not a good currency. It's not enough to be just paid in exposure. How can I structure a situation, a deal where you have leverage where it can benefit you? It doesn't always be financial. Maybe it's a trade or barter, but if it is financial, you know what you're looking at. Does this make sense for me, my brand, and my business? And should I go forward with it? So that's kind of the way I look at it.
So what was an experience you had with somebody early on when you say pay with exposure? What was an experience you had that you could share?
Man, I've done countless amount of shows where if you're an independent artist, especially a rap artist, chances are you've paid to open up for a famous artist. They just didn't call it that. They'd be like, oh, you got to sell tickets, right? You got to sell 20 tickets at $20 a piece. In other words, pay us $400 to get 3 minutes to open up 3 hours before whoever everybody came to see is coming.
To an empty venue.
To an empty venue. Nobody's going to be able to remember your name. The only people in the audience are fans of the other rappers that are also paying their $400. By the time y'all perform, you know, or by the time the big name person came to perform, you guys are off stage. Chances are you didn't get footage of it. You're not on none of the flyers or the merch. So you're not really associated with that momentum that you thought you were buying into. So that was a thing I did a lot, you know, thinking that the exposure by having my name associated with this celebrity would help me out. And it did to a small degree, but mostly in your immediate circle. Like people who already knew you. They was excited, but didn't necessarily grow the business. Didn't grow my name, my reputation. It just got the people around me. So sometimes it's a good thing to do stuff like that, especially if you need the experience, you need to actually perform. But at a certain point, you're like, okay, how can I make $400 from performing?
Right.
Instead of just handing it to Mr. Promoter Man. You know what I'm saying? And hoping and praying and wishing. How can I make 400 turn into 800 turn into 12, you know?
Right.
So as a business, that's the way you would think about it.
Man, because I know I went through that a lot early on.
Yeah, they got you too.
Pay $150. You get the 15-minute set.
Yeah. Oh, you was doing good if you got 15-minute sets.
Yeah, but then you up there, there's nobody there. You don't have a DJ. You just got a guy pressing a button on your phone. You know what I mean? Like you don't get you get that experience of performing. But I don't know. I probably made like early on like $10 a show, like $15 a show or something crazy. Maybe free drinks even.
Yeah.
They'll get you with that.
If you graduate the free drinks, you was doing pretty good, bro.
Man.
You got drink tickets and a meal ticket.
It was rare, but
you and the guys at least got to split 20 wings. You was doing all right.
Oh, I ain't never get no wings. We got wings? You
might
be
have been
getting
doing
wings, Ron, when you DJ.
You got to look, graduate to wings, bro. Stop letting them people pay you with exposure. At least get some wings.
What?
Oh, you was out there in it, living it up. Feet up, sock off, kicking it.
Man, they'll get me like, man, even I'm not going to say the venue we were at. I don't want to say nothing bad.
Say that shit. Put them on blast.
We was at the Raven Room.
Okay.
And bro, they charge us for them drinks, didn't they? Them shots for low.
They charge off on them.
Oh, you see?
You see? Ron got his ROI, man. You got to treat it like a business. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. No, I mean that's one experience. I think the other side of that, I've probably done equally as amount of seminars.
Yeah.
Where you pay to go listen to an A&R or some celebrity talk, and they always book it as a networking event. Like, oh, you can be in front of this label, and you can talk to them, and you can meet so and so. And it's rarely ever actually that. It's famous person pay on stage. He takes some pictures, and he get the fuck up out of there.
Man,
That's normally what happens. So you in there like real hype, like, yeah, I'm about to meet, you know what I'm saying, the CFFO of Def Jam, or I'm gonna get to meet I'm gonna get to meet, you know, whatever producer or rapper. And really I've just paid to listen to them talk. And they didn't even really get no real sauce. And
Yeah.
I done spent $1,000 to come into this networking event, and everybody else here made money and it made sense and made an impact. So I'm not telling you don't do either one of those things. I'm saying gauge yourself where you are in your career, because maybe you need to go listen to somebody talk, but after a while, you need to be the person getting paid to be on stage doing the talking.
That's true. That's so true. I peeped on your IG. It says Sync Licensing Advocate.
Yes.
Can you explain to the people what that is?
Sync licensing or synchronization is when you get a song to be paired with film or footage. So it's a fancy way of saying I'll be on soundtracks and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the soundtracks are films, sometimes they're TV shows, sometimes they're commercials or ads, sometimes they're video games. But that's when you make a deal, and there's different ways those deals are structured, where they pay you to use your song to be a part of, you know, that project. And it's a really dope, and in my opinion, the number one way. Everybody listening, if you do anything music related, doesn't matter the genre, you produce, you sing, you rap, you play a guitar, you produce, or engineer, I'm sorry. I think everybody independently should focus or make that a part of your business planning.
Yeah.
Because it's the most likely way to get exposure that doesn't require you to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. They'll pay you up front. Those sync fees can be $500, could be $500,000 if you make the right placement. And then after that, they pay you quarterly for your publishing. So
wow.
Also, everybody listening, don't tell me you make music if you don't know what an IPI number is. I don't believe you. You wasting time. You don't know what an IPI number is, you just rapping or singing for fun. It's a business. So you need to have all your songs registered with your PRO. If you don't know what that is, you playing. Register with BMI, ASCAP, CSAC. Register yourself as a writer and a publisher. Every song you make needs to be registered. That's what's required to get the sync in the first place. If you don't have your paperwork together, they're not gonna rock with you. So sync licensing is very lucrative and way to get a lot of exposure, because you could be, you know, on a TV commercial, or let's say you was in 2K, it just dropped, you got a song, and now people are going to your page to find the music, and now it turns into additional revenue on top of the fee that they may have paid you to get it. Now you're getting streams. So that's how I got my first 1 million streams.
See, you say you got 1 million on Worship, which
Yes.
is crazy.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Appreciate it.
Brother's been on Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Law and Order SVU, Dude Perfect, Chosen, Sunny Delight, and Vanquish Fitness. just to name a few of the songs that you would have heard. He's also been on ESPN. I watch that all the time, bro. Everybody watch ESPN and be like, "What's that song?
Yeah.
What's that song?"
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
how difficult is it to do that? Like to submit the paperwork?
The hardest part is the part I just got done explaining, the paperwork.
Yeah.
Because as artists, that's the shit we always don't want to do,
True
right?
indeed.
We don't want to deal with the copyright office. We don't want to deal with the publishing. We don't want to deal with that because we just want to create. So I would say if you have the right system in place, like I force myself to make Excel spreadsheets for each song. Each album is on its own sheet. Here's the title. Here's all of the information. When I register, here's the numbers that go along with the ISRC codes and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the publisher. Here's who produced it. Because if you make a lot of them, you might forget, like, who made this beat for me? Or when did I don't even remember what tape that was on. So if you force yourself to do that, that's probably the biggest part. That's all your metadata, right? So you got the metadata already. Then you're going to need a spot like we at now, professional recording. So you can get,
Come to BBE.
yeah, you can get broadcast quality music, right? So you're going to need high quality mix. It's not something you want to do without mix. You're going to need to know some technical terms like how to get your stems and get it in WAV or AIFF file types. And you're going to want to leave every studio session that you record for any song. You're going to want the explicit, the clean, the instrumental, the stems, the wave, the AIF, the MP3. You're going to need all of that. And then you're ready to pitch a song. Oh, also you can't use samples. So if you do have a sample, you're going to have to get it officially cleared. So it's a lot of behind the scenes, like little nuance. But if you rap or you in this industry, everything I just said, luckily for you, you can run this back. Do all of that. And then you could literally Google, sync licensing, SYNC, sync licensing, sync agencies, sync libraries, and you can submit to them. Sometimes it's a library where you just, part of their collection, or sometimes it's like an individual that like goes hard for you. They're like your manager, if you will, for this part of your music catalog. I'm gonna represent you, and I'm gonna pitch this music to music supervisors, or sometimes directly to film companies for you on your behalf. I'll take a fee, you take your percentage, and then we eat together. So it's different paths of how you do it, but I would say that paperwork and that metadata part is probably the hardest part.
True indeed. I know that's the part I dislike the most.
We all do.
Oh my goodness. Like, why I gotta do this, bro? I gotta submit this, and I gotta ask for emails. And what's your full name?
Yeah,
what's your artist name?
That's how you got to start. Like
What's your real name?
Going back to what I said earlier. Like, if you got a track from a producer and you're planning on syncing it, hey, bro, I need that full government and I need your IPI number. If he or she goes, what's that? Stop fucking with them immediately.
Damn.
Because I'm telling you why. Because you should never be making a song that you don't plan on blowing up. Like, you should never record every song you make. You should intend on it being the one.
True.
And if you intend on it being a one, you don't have time to go, oh shit, I can't take this opportunity because I don't even know Buddy's real name. He John Blaze Tracks to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't got his publishing info. I don't got nothing registered. You can't do that. So this is a part of what you have to do in any part of this industry. Even when you go to radio, if you pull up iHeart app or you put up Spotify, it's gonna say, who's the publishers, who's the writers. It's gonna get that credit. If you don't have that registered, you can't take it nowhere.
Wasting time.
Yeah, you can't take it nowhere. So
before we close, I don't know how much you pay attention to popular culture, but Lil Yachty made some comments this week.
Boy, like those is. Go ahead.
Man, said hip hop is in a terrible place.
Mm-hmm.
The state of hip hop right now is a lot of imitation. It's a lot of quick, low quality music being put out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot less risk taking. It's a lot less originality. People are too safe now. Everyone is so safe.
Yes.
What do you think about the comment and who it came from in general?
All right, so I had to go deep inside myself.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause.
To get to a place of maturity where I'm a rapper's rapper. Like, I came from battle rapping, right? So I was very critical of everybody and my perception of their skill level, talent level. And then I realized at some point, that's a very small percentage of your actual success in this industry. It has way more to do with everything else we've been talking about than your talent. Talent. Now, if you have talent plus the business, then you a unicorn at that point.
Right.
Most people have a great business structure and a great team, little talent. And most artists that can rap for real, like rap their ass off, none of them want to do the business part because we all kind of feel like, man, this shit should just come to us. Like, I'm dope. The music speaks for itself. We all feel that way internally. Like, y'all niggas know I'm dope. Shit should just come to me. So it's very few people who understand both. I agree and disagree with his statement.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the issue in music, especially hip hop, is anything related to the artist at all. Artists are not the reason why we hear their music. These billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies that are behind them are why we hear the music. I don't know the stat for how many songs are uploaded a second on Spotify, but it's in a ridiculous 10,000 songs a second or something stupid like that, right? The songs that we actually hear and the artists we hear, including him, is because they have a whole company. And there's only 3 companies in the entire music industry, by the way. Everybody else is underneath them. There's a subsidiary. So these big companies, Warner Brothers, Sony, Universal, they have all these little, micro companies underneath them signing artists and giving deals. So I think the bigger issue is those companies don't know what the hell they're doing. They know how to make money off the artists, but they don't have an interest in sustaining it based off of the desire for the music to be quality. It's more of a ROI for them. We put 100,000 into this person. We expect to make 10 million. We don't care how we make 10 million. As long as we make 10 million, that's all that matters. We don't care whether the music's good or not. I think that's part of the problem, and I think there's a hopefully we're coming into an era where a lot of people feel like, look, this music that these companies are giving us, it's not good enough. There's no lack of talented artists. There's no lack of talented producers and writers. There's no lack of people with bars and stories to tell. There is a lack of financial investment in that type of music. And I think that's the problem. I don't think that there's anything wrong with whack artists being whack. They deserve to be whack because they make me sound better.
True.
They have their place and their role. I used to want to get rid of them all, and I was like, damn, nigga, you're going to have to battle all of the best of the best.
Of the best.
There's a lack of balance. That's what we're missing. We're missing the balance of where does it level out that we had in previous genre or previous time periods. I feel. I don't think there's a lack of talent. I constantly hear some of the best music I ever heard. This year, for example, you got Killer Mike with the Michael album, which he's rightfully nominated for 3 Grammys right now. But how many people watching this actually heard Michael? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people know who he is or listen to him or been following him? Even if he wins the Grammy, he's not going to even be in the top 10 of rappers that sells this year or next year. So why is that? That's because there's no investment in his songs, his singles, his type of music being mainstream. He does have a label and he does have money, but not to the level of some of the other music. So I think, to answer your question, the bigger responsibility, in my opinion, is the companies that work hand in hand with the radios, with the streaming sites, with all of these forms of industry of how we even hear music in the first place.
Okay. So I saw this post the other day where they were like, in the 90s, they were saying record labels were evil and everybody should go independent. But now everybody's complaining because I'm an artist. Why do I have to be a social media presence as well? Why can't?
Yeah.
So you think, which would you prefer, a label, or would you rather be an artist that has to do some TikToks?
I think what we missing, this is a controversial thought, is I think the reason why we could look up, there's a Bulls game on right now, right? Reason why we could look up their salaries is because they have a CBA. They have a collective bargaining agreement that is negotiated from the rookie to the veteran of minimum amount of money they have to be paid and conditions of their employment. Entertainers are also pretty much employees, but they have completely wildly different contracts. Like, think about this. We're watching the Bulls, right? What if you have one guy on the team making $16 million and another guy on the team making $16 an hour? That would be wild as hell, right?
Wow, yeah.
But that's what the music industry is.
True indeed.
And both of them could be on the same label, same company, and one person is making millions on everything that they drop, and the other one's making pennies.
Shit, you can be in the same group.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't have, as musicians, producers, as artists, we don't have a collective bargaining agreement. And if we did, then with the labels, it wouldn't be an issue. There would be a minimum standard. You sign me, you have to give me $1 million if that's the minimum.
Right.
If I release these, these are my terms of employment. These are days that I can do this and do that. This is when you can release me. This is when you have to drop my album. This is how much I'm going to get from it. If we set it up that way, I don't think anybody would have a problem with I ain't gonna say nobody, but a lot of the complaints about what labels do would be very different, because it would just be like working a job. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a job that you get to create it. But you working for a company, you working for Sony, Warner Brothers, or Universal, whether you say that or not, you working for them. And if you don't meet whatever they told you that you need to do, you fired, AKA dropped or shelved. And nobody can advocate for you to bring you back, right? Nobody can get you rehired. Nobody can go back and renegotiate your wages or cost of living increases, everything that working people got, right? There's no healthcare or retirement plan. So I think that's the issue. If we fix that, then labels would be great. But as of right now, we mostly got a pimp and hoe situation. As of right now, and as of all time that I can think of,
As long as we can go back.
as long as we could go back, somehow the music industry has maintained to be the only industry that I can think of where this much money is going through hands, and there's no minimum standard. Like, you could go be an extra in a film, and there's a contract to sign, right? They just been on strike for actors, right? But in music, how much is Kendrick Lamar worth? How much is J. Cole worth? How much is, I mean, we can look at their net worth, but how much do they actually make from the music they make? I don't know. Until they tell us, we will never know, and that doesn't make any sense to me. It should be a professional industry. This is the minimum. You've proven you're ready to do this, and this is what you're going, this is the contract everybody starts at. Entry salary.
Y'all heard it here. We all going on strike.
Straight up. I mean, I think that artists who have a deal, if they would have done that, this wouldn't be happening right now. Artists who have voices and who on stages and platforms big enough. I mean, you have people like Prince or whatever, you know, here and there. You have Michael Jackson, people advocating for publishing and rights and owning masters. But there's been no broad scale like, man, we need to withhold what we do from these companies until they agree to feed all of us.
It'll be a wild year of no music.
Man, listen.
No creation, no motivation.
Listen, we just saw, like I said, we just saw what happened in the film industry.
Yeah.
You know, where no shows was filmed, no TV shows, like, and people was like, yo, we need to get this shit because I done watched everything on Netflix already.
I'm missing my rerun.
I'm diving into my Fire Stick. Ain't nothing left to watch.
I've seen Snowfall 5 times all the way through.
Y'all need to get this shit together. If we did that with music, in every genre, not just hip hop, but in every genre, and forced there to be a minimum standard for signing artists, I think everything he said would be irrelevant after that point.
And streaming platforms need to give artists more of what they make.
But and the reason why they don't is because they got the partnership with the labels. It's a pimp and hoe situation. It's an inside job. So until we can fix that by creating equity, I like that word. That's a nice word. Creating equity, where we all have the opportunity to do the same things and improve ourselves.
We need to have that pop up on the screen.
Yeah, put equity.
Equity.
Equity. That's a nice little buzzword, right? Educated people like saying words like equity, you know what I'm saying? So until we got equity, then I think it'll change.
All right, that's wise words from my brother Sycosis, man. Before we get out of here, what's next for you? Any events? Any new projects dropping?
I just released some content / a video for About a Block Back, which is one of the records I'm gonna perform tonight.
Okay.
I've been on a good. It's been a good year, man. You know, we put out since the album come out. We've done a lot of media. We've done a lot of promotion. I think the next move will be to try to get some more visuals out behind the music that exists. One more thing I want to say to the artists listening: there's no such thing as an old song, fam. You know, it might be old to you, but 99% of people that never heard of you have never heard it, so there's no such thing. So don't give up on the music that you know is good or that you've been told is good. Figure out new ways to get it out there. So I'm gonna push this, and I think next, I think after pre-approve, I'm gonna try to do a 3-part series. I'm gonna try to do a triplet. So I'm gonna do pre-approve. I think the next album is gonna be called Highest and Best. And then the third one will be called Closing Day. So that's what I'm gonna do. Those stay tuned for that.
I like it. Once again, thanks Sycosis for coming through. All right, when we come back, y'all know how we do it here at BBE TV. Right there.
Yeah.
Sycosis gonna perform.
Let's do it.
Don't go nowhere. Listen to this track though.
I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Brother in the streets, I ain't get involved. I just wanna
So
hoop,
Ron,
I
you
just
get
wanna
paid in
ball.
chicken?
Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Father in the streets, I ain't get involved. Got a long ride from the Pace bus to the red line, red line to the green line. Fiends down in the meantime. Schoolboy in this church clothes, still a virgin with church hoes. Singing choir, writing fire. 816 with an open nose. Back when Marley was Lil Lou. Join the setter, they forcing ya. 5 deep in the Corsica, playing 666 like an orchestra. Niggas start to hang, then they start to bang. Since they took my shoes, I ain't been the same. Got my ass beat, that was last week. Hopping in the flash, feel like Eddie Kane. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Brother in the streets, I ain't get involved. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Father in the streets, I ain't get involved. Got jumped in the ball game. Punched the first one and pulled the chain. Punched the second one, smoking the square. The fuck do I care? Y'all all lame. Hit the ground and I balled up. Kick the stump till I called up. Please God, let these Mars leave me alone till I'm all tough. When I'm all grown, y'all all fuck. Pull all guns and they all buck. They all run and they all tuck. That cloth from front ain't y'all cut. What's up? Fuck. I'm on the ground and I'm leaking. Trying to fight the gang and I'm tweaking. Dust my clothes up like I'm decent. I'm breathing for no reason. Summertime shines that season. If I call my cousin up and load a dozen up, a lot of niggas start bleeding. Yeah, a lot of niggas start leaving. Yeah, a lot of niggas start grieving. I'm a church boy, but I'm hurt boy. My pride too and I'm seething. But Dave Bass beat us to the punch. All folks slacking pulled up at lunch. Back at Thornton before recording. Didn't say a word, but I had a hunch. Tried to talk but ain't go well. But he shrugged it off, oh well. Dave stomped them out straight, punked them out in front of hoes and they go tell. Folks in them on Dave coattail. He the chief and they know well. If they violate, he annihilate. Hot rounds out of cold shell. And me, I'm stuck in the middle. Whole lot of questions like fuck all your riddles. How you know Dave? Who is Rashad? Are you with the Lords or you with the mob? What are the odds? I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Brother in the streets, I ain't get involved. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Father in the streets, I ain't get involved.
On the beat.
It's a must, I catch a rush. Windows down, the music high. It's my city, if you with me, let's link up, cause we outside. Please don't goofies, this a movie, shorty bad and I'm a type. Told me bring a couple friends, what's the plan? It's on site, we gon' slide, 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 slide. We gon' slide, 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 slide. We gon' slide, 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 slide. Told me bring a couple friends, what's the plan? It's on site, we gon' slide. I'm from Chicago where we the south side known the. If you out west then you should. If you outside, sliding like we ice skating. When you lit, it's life hating. Here's the thing that they gon' do. This bass so loud, I'm vibrating. You a lame and we outside. Light a flame and catch a vibe. Why you mean mugging me? Can't you see she all thighs? We all ballin', we got dough. Blow it all and we got more. Bunch of G's throwing up seeds. Cause we all from the go. Said we all from the shop. In my city like no other. Is you trippin', outfit trippin'. I'm so fly that I can hover. I understand that you don't get it. You ain't from where we from. You ain't climb out the trenches. You ain't done what we done. I'm from south side, outside, west side made me. North Pole, cold soul, east side crazy. We gon' slide, 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 slide. We gon' slide, 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 slide. We gon' slide, 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 slide. Told me bring a couple friends. What's the plan? It's on site. We gon' slide. I'm from Chicago where we the south side known the. If you out west, then you should. If you outside, then you it's should. It's a must, I catch a rush. Windows down, the music high. It's my city, if you with me, let's link up, cause we outside. Please no goofies, this a movie. Shorty bad and I'm a tight. Told me bring a couple friends, what's the plan? It's on site. I understand that you don't get it. You ain't from where we from. You ain't climb out the trenches. You ain't done what we done. I'm from south side, outside, west side made me. North Pole, cold soul, east side crazy. Chicago where we the south side known the. If you out west, then you should. If you outside, then you should. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Brother in the streets, I ain't get involved. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Father in the streets, I ain't get involved. Got a long ride from the pace bus to the red line. Red line to the green line. Fiends down in the meantime. Schoolboy in this church clothes. Still a virgin with church hoes. Singing choir, writing fire. 816 with an open nose. Back when Molly was Lil Lou. Join the settle, they forcing ya. 5 deep in the Corsica, playing 666 like an orchestra. Niggas start to hang, then they start to bang. Since they took my shoes, I ain't been the same. Got my ass beat, that was last week. Hopping in the flash, feel like Eddie Kane. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Brother in the streets, I ain't get involved. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Father in the streets, I ain't get involved. Got jumped in the ball game. Punched the first one and pulled the chain. Punched the second one, smoking the square. The fuck do I care? Y'all all late. Hit the ground and I balled up. Kick the stunt till I called up. Please God, let these Mars leave me alone till I'm all tough. When I'm all grown, y'all all fuck. Pull all guns and they all buck. They all run and they all tuck. That cloth from front ain't y'all cut. What's up? Fuck. I'm on the ground and I'm leaking. Trying to fight the gang and I'm tweaking. Dust my clothes off like I'm decent. These I'm breathing for no reason. Summertime shines that season. If I call my cousin up and load a dozen up, a lot of niggas start bleeding. Yeah, a lot of niggas start leaving. Yeah, a lot of niggas start grieving. I'm a church boy, but I'm hurt boy. My pride too and I'm seething. But Dave Vaz beat us to the punch. All folks slacking pulled up at lunch. Back at Thornton before recording. Didn't say a word, but I had a hunch. Tried to talk, but ain't go well. Bloody shrugged it off, oh well. Start them out straight, punked them out in front of hoes and they go tell. Folks in them on Dave Coattail. He the chief and they know well. If they violate, he annihilate. Hot rounds out of cold shell. And me, I'm stuck in the middle. Whole lot of questions like fuck all your riddles. How you know Dave? Who is Rashad? Are you with the Lords or you with the mob? What are the odds? I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door, I ain't never call. 10 toes down, I ain't never fall. Brother in the streets, I ain't get involved. I just wanna hoop, I just wanna ball. Police at the door.
Can these people hear me? Can these people hear me? Yes, they can. Welcome back to BBE TV. Are y'all ready for this live performance? Say yeah. No, that was weak. Are y'all ready for this live performance? Say yeah. Welcome to the stage, Sycosis.
Yo. Okay, we back. Again, follow me at Sycosis. That's SYCOSIS on all social media. The new album is called Pre-Approved, and I got a few joints from it I'm going to perform for y'all right now. Let's go. Check this out.
Ball on the beat.
everything big. And we go hard to the end, earn stripe, little scars in my skin. Everything big, bags full of money on the floor, popping bottles in the sky till we win. Everything big, big chain, big watch, big lots, cars parked all to the end. Everything big, the whole team pull up on the scenes to the green, and you know what I mean, cause everything big.
Sauce drip all when I walk, and your girl wanna call just to talk. She know where I'm from, every block, every city going dumb, and she throwing me the A like the Hawks. I'm late by default, but I showed up with the gold Bruce Leroy ducks in a row. Money in the bag, this got more sunny in the jag. Tell your honey, keep it running up the tab. Bottle at the bottle, coupe clean, motto at the motto. Hit the gas so I hollow out the throttle. I lead you follow, watch got a period, bravado. Spending money like I won a lotto. Why would I lotto? Keep going hard as the motto. Coupe all black like a shadow, king of the shadow. Tilt your head back, man, trying to drive this boat with this rose Moscato. Cause everything big, and we go hard to the end. Earn stripe, little scars in my skin. Everything big, bag full of money on the floor, popping bottles in the sky till we win. Everything big, big chain, big watch, big lots, cars parked all to the end. Everything big, the whole team pull up on the scenes in the green. Okay, you know what I mean, cause everything big. I'm talking like life out of Texas. Text from my exes, the peck on my necklace. I'm reckless, switch over lanes and I exit. She keeps saying Jesus, I'm guessing I blessed it. Restless, grind double time by breakfast. Meetings, greetings, network connections. Married to the game and I love her affection. Red marks all on my paper, correction, I'm getting it. How could I lose? I'm a winner. Right price, ice break, froze like it's winter. Everybody knows it get cold when I enter. Flows, I suppose I've been hot like a sinner. Keep a long stick on my hip like a splinter. Sensei, then get low like a tender. Baritone, kerosene, both of my earlobes. You upset big threats? No, we don't fit those.
Big, and we go hard to the end. Earn stripe, little scars in my skin. Everything big, bag full of money on the floor, popping bottles in the sky till we win. Everything big, big chain, big watch, big lots, cars parked all to the end. Everything big, the whole team pull up on the scene, spinning green, and you know what I mean, cause everything big.
Yes, sir. That is everything big off my album Pre-Approved. As I mentioned earlier in the interview, I also am a realtor and I also make big power moves. I own a company called Vanglorious Holdings LLC, named after a song I made called Vanglorious. And that's the first song where I mentioned investing in real estate. This song, By the Block Back, is something I just did last Friday. I bought 3 buildings on the same block. Here's the story. We just bought the block back.
That's why.
We just bought the block. We just bought the block.
On my grind all the time, we building with on the climb.
Keep in mind, shout out to Genius.
We just bought the block back. No time to stop.
We just bought the true. We just bought the block.
On my grind all the time,
We building with on the climb. Keep in mind, I want the D's indeed. Yo, I don't got no titles, I charge fees for keys. That's commission, if you listen, you might blow up with me. Everybody named King if they show up with me. Listen, to be frank, call me Big Bank Hank. This car got no limit, I'm in the gym with a tank. Blowing green like it's dank, what you mean that I can't? Turn my nose up in holes with no goals like they stank. Left flank, soldier rags with rank. So many purple hearts, I'm on the road with the saint. Step on stage and they faint like I'm Mike Jack. Ice packs on top of my shoulders from carrying the hood to the tippy. Come from a crazy city, bloodshed leave the dirt red like Mississippi. That's why I'm buying it, brick by brick. Run the baseline till I'm open, pick by pick. We just bought the block back. We just bought the true. We just bought the block on my grind all the time. We build a wealth on the climb. Keep in mind, we just bought the block back. We just bought the true. We just bought the block on my grind all the time. We build a wealth on the climb. Keep in mind, come on. Buy a brick by brick.
keep stacking.
Hey, oh. Buy a house by house. Cash me out. My pen gold, got a block back tenfold. At the auction, 4 closed, multi-units, 4 closed. 203K finance reno. Birds and strategy, stretching money like limos. Hope you got the memo, I ain't going back to pro. Show you how to flip a brick, but we ain't going back to coke. Get out the streets permanent, tide come we turning it. Blood thicker than water, I showed up with a tourniquet. My son got investments, titles with his name on it. Stacking like Minecraft, my pool got a flame on it. Assets only, don't pass threats on me. The bank account, a rank account, we pass that, homie. We just bought the block back. We just bought the true. We just bought the block on my grind all the time. We build a wealth on the climb. Keep in mind, we just bought the block back. Hey, we just bought the true. We just bought the block on my grind all the time. We build a wealth on the climb. Keep in mind. Yeah, man, that's By the Block Back off the new album Pre-Approved. If you want to get up with me on a real estate tip, go to my website, myhomeisready.com. Let's talk business. Last record I'm going to do for y'all is the current biggest single off the album. It is a mixture of house music and hip hop. For those of you watching who don't know, Chicago house music is the biggest genre of music in Chicago. So this record right here is something you could play for your auntie and your baby mama and your kid and your grandma and they friends too. It's called Pay Me Back. Drop that. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Pay me back. Uh-huh. Opposites attract and that's a fact. We ain't gotta talk about this and that. Open up my heart, might get attached. So I'ma do you first, you pay me back. Okay? Opposites attract and that's a fact. It's cool if you dance. So I'ma do you first, you pay me. You pay me. You pay me. Back like that. Might get her, work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Like that? Like that. Like that? Okay, y'all ready? I think y'all warmed up now. Check it out. Pay me back like I did you a favor. Go so deep I might dig you a crater. On the balcony I know your neighbor screaming Jesus, now I know your savior. She feel me, tryna go extra round and she kill me. Put the work in all night and she build me. Red of the lace and chase and she thrill me. Ice cold, put it down, pick it up, slow dice roll. How you wanna get to it's a nice show. Buy cheap, hit high and the price ain't low. Yeah. Opposites attract and that's a fact. What we doing? Talk about this and that. So I'ma do you So I'ma do you first, you pay me. You ready? And that's a fact. So I'ma do you first, you pay me. You pay me. You pay me. Like that? Might get her. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Look, I'm hypnotized from the hips and thighs. She said dirty text and I can visualize. Need an alpha male, not the beta type. She got an instant scratch and I can lay the pipe. Look, it's overdue, I need you open too. Need an hour plus, I'm talking over two. Got a lot to show, I got a lot to prove. Got some ass to shake, got some hits to move. I'ma take it, birthday seed, a bucket naked. Break it, text me back, I'm in your favorites. Hate it, how you run, but I'ma taste it. Taste it, when it's your turn, you better face it. Opposites attract and that's a fact. We ain't gotta talk about this and that. Open up my heart, might get attached. So I'ma do you first, you pay me. You ready? And that's a fact. So I'ma do you first, you pay me. You pay me. You pay me. Like that? One more time. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Work it hard, I ain't giving no slack. Arch your back, cause you like it like that. Like that? Like that. Like that. I go by Sycosis. You are tuned in live to BBE TV. Salute. Appreciate you. Follow me on social media at Sycosis. Check out my website, sycosismusic.com. That's SYCOSIS music.com. Much love.